Kirchhoff's voltage law. First, we will find the voltage at Vs, then find V1. This is the first diagram where we will find the voltage at Vs. Kirchhoff's voltage law, KVL, equation V equals V1 plus V2 plus V3. This is the applied voltage equals the sum of all voltage drops. So to solve, we will have the V equals V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4. And then the values which we will get, the V is equals to 110 volts. In KVL, it states that the algebraic sum of the voltage at node in a closed circuit is equal to 0. Then we will get the negative V plus V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4 is equals to 0. So that would be negative 110 volts plus 110 volts is equals to 0. So 0 is equals to 0. First, we will find the value of R1 and R3 before we will find V1. So I indicated here the VIR for guide. So to find R1, it is the V 40 volts, I equals 10 amperes, and R1 that would be V over I equals 40 divided 10 equals 4 ohms. So R3 equals 40 volts, I total I1 plus I2 that would be 10 plus 16 amperes, so 26 amperes for total. So to find R3, VR equals V over I equals 40 volts divide 26 amperes, that would be 2.5 ohms. Next is we will find the R total, so that would be R1 plus R3. So let us first know the parallel circuit. That would be 1 over R total equals 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 and so on. So this is a guide where VIR equals plus 1 over plus, that's for a guide for me to easily remember. So to continue, R1 plus R3, so R1 over R total equals 1 over 4 ohms plus 1 over 2.5 equals 1.538461538. To solve easily on calculator, that would be 4 to the power of negative 1 plus 2.5 to the power of negative 1 and multiplied by negative 1, so the same answer. So we now have V total equals 40 volts, I total equals 26 amperes, and R total equals 1.54 ohms. And in parallel circuit, the ohms becomes smaller. So the in question is V1. So V1 would be 40 volts because in the parallel circuit, the guide where shows V total equals V1 equals V2 equals V3. So V total equals. And if you're wondering about R2 value, it only shows it's like a confusion only in the diagram. However, don't be confused and just remember the law.